and where do we go from here? When I go back, we're going to call Jackson back in to the public hearings. And I'm going to publicly denounce him and let all of the members of Congress know that we have been lied to, we have been misled. There needs to be some other work in Congress that I can see a change in policy. For example, Hanno told me they had no responsibility to anybody except people who lived in public housing prior to Katrina. That's a stupid policy. People are homeless, and we've got public housing that's boarded up. It should be available not only to people who didn't live in public housing who need a place to live, even some of the people in the trailers who may have jobs or who are not eligible, with those trailers sinking in the mud at Baker and places. They need to open up these units, rehabilitate them, let them come, and based on ability to pay, if you've got a little bit more and you didn't qualify, that's okay. You pay a little bit more, you stay in public housing until you transition out. We need to change that policy. We'll be working on that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, from my point of view, HUD is in charge of this. Hanno is carrying out the wishes of HUD. They want to tear them down. They want to dismantle them. This administration does not want to restore public housing in the ways that we understand. They will tell you about Hope 6 and all of this business, but the whole push is to get rid of poor people. When you ask, but where do they go? Nobody can answer that question. But as has been told to me, there people are homeless and folks are sleeping under bridges, etc. Now, what should you do? We, at the federal level, are going to have to keep confronting this administration. We got Bush, who can veto any bill. We know that. But at least the members of my caucus, the Democratic caucus, should be standing up. Not only on my side of the House, but on the other side too. And you got to raise some questions of Mary Landrieu. Why isn't she taking up my legislation on the Senate side? You got to ask those questions. And I am going to work with people who are willing to work with us, Mr. Jefferson, Mr. Green, and others who serve on that committee. And I want you, my main reason for being here today is saying, don't give up. Don't let them kill your spirit. And I cannot tell you to break the law, and I'm not going to do that. But I want you to know an inspired people, people who believe in self-determination, are going to do what their gut and their heart tell them to do in order to get some justice and some fairness and some equality. So I'll continue to do everything that I can, and I will work with others who really are committed to trying to do this. We understand that there are a lot of people who have sold the members of Congress a bill of goods about wanting to make your lives better by redoing these, tearing down these units and rebuilding them, but they cannot guarantee the right for return. They cannot guarantee when these units will be rebuilt. All that we want right now is rehab of units, open them up, let people come back in. If you want to do redevelopment, you can do phased redevelopment. Right. So that the people are back in the unit. As you build new units and people move into the new unit, you build some more, people move in. That's phased redevelopment. And so we want them to open up, all of them. We want St. Bernard's. So many units in St. Bernard's open up. So many units at Cooper to continue to be open. We want Pete to have so many units. We want Lafitte to have so many units open up. So we're going to continue to fight for that. For those people who find themselves in desperate situations, I also will tell you, if you can, and you're in a desperate situation, if there's something at Iberville, take it for now. Take it even if it's temporary. Also at Gus. If they open up some units at Gus after they have given the right to the people on the old side to move in, I counted about 59 units that should be available over there. If you're in desperate situation, take the unit at Gus. Take it at Iberville. You don't have to stay there forever. But for right now, get a roof over your head, get your families anchored and stable so that these kids can get back in school and you can get your lives going again. I'm committed to it. Let's keep the faith, okay? Thank you.